Greetings everyone, it's Wolf King. How you doing? Up and coming YouTube atheist. Alright, this is my second vid. This is going to be a little different right now. One, in the sense that I'm going to explain the reason why I make videos. Well, not so much the reason as to the origin of how I make videos. And the second one is it's going to be a little different, a little more fun, because I'm going to do something a little more ideological. But okay, going back to the first one. Okay, originally when I started making videos, or at least attempted to start making videos, I was going to take part in this big thing called the Blasphemy challenge, made up by the Rational Response Squad. Now, anyone who's familiar with the Rational Response Squad, it is an online atheist group who defends the rights and activities of the non-religious, atheists, agnostics, what have you. They're also famous for challenging Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron to a debate, which they participated in. But the way of the master, i.e. Ray Comfort, the Banana Man, and Kirk Cameron, that terrible child actor, they failed to make their claims. And the Rational Response Squad pretty much pwned them. But going back to the original point of the Rational Response Squad Blasphemy Challenge, it's basically this. Now, anyone who is familiar with Christian morality and is a skeptic of it, of course, understands that, well, according to Christian morality, of course, everyone is essentially a sinner based on that whole original sin bullshit. You're imperfect, you're sinful, you're evil, you're all this stuff. Very judgmental, huh? But anyway, you have to basically accept Jesus into your heart, and walk away from sin and all that stuff. Be a Christian, and you'll go to heaven, according to Christianity. Now, the one thing you can't be forgiven for, not just disbelief, but also blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. And I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna give a reason. Well, not just the fact that there's a lack of empirical evidence for the supernatural, but also I'm just gonna give I'm gonna explain it. I gotta be honest with you. I was always a skeptic of the supernatural. I mean, there was a time when I did believe it, but that was back when I was 5 or 6, and I didn't know any better. It was only until watching Bill Maher's Religulous that I grew more skeptical. And over time, after deep thought, reflection, reading, not just certain philosophical books, but also the religious ones, particularly the Bible. I found it to be horrible, actually. A lot of the tales, like Job. I mean, how he got tortured, and he actually believed. That's the effed up thing. The impossibility of the whole Adam and Eve thing. Noah's Ark. The fact that in certain aspects, if biblical morality was actually applied in society, it'd be a little worse. But just going back, let's talk about. Now, it's not just the fact that there is a lack thereof, and the fact that if you actually study it in the here and now with your 21st century sensibilities, it is awful, and the fact that it was written by primitive tribesmen in the Middle East. We have a better model, or at least, we're talking about me personally. Yeah, we actually, I subscribe to a model which delivers, practical knowledge for people. And this is essentially just my naturalistic worldview. I have a naturalistic worldview. I am a bright. That is a positive aspect of what I do accept. And this naturalistic worldview that I have requests reason and evidence for all things. And it's not quick to accept anything. It has skepticism, and it basically works through empiricism, reason, rationalism, and yes, being skeptical until further knowledge is gathered. And you know, yeah, I guess I would call it a philosophy. This philosophy had been originally advocated in the Enlightenment movement, where Europe moved away from religious dogma and more to rationalism, free inquiry, and human rights. Actually, yeah, rationalism sort of paved the way for that. You know, human rights, civil liberties, and over time, that the gathering of practical knowledge through empirical data, through the scientific method, and through sensory experience, we actually paved that way. Well, humanity as a species, I mean, we actually paved the way for open, secular, democratic societies where human beings have the right and responsibility to give meaning and shape to their own lives within reason and not infringing on other people's rights. And that is the positive aspect of what I accept, of what I believe in. I am a bright and I have a naturalistic worldview. I won't force it on you. You know, so long as don't force your beliefs on me. I won't force my beliefs on you. You know, that's how society works. But we could have free discussions. We could talk about it. You know, we could reach further understanding, and you know, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when you're wrong, and if possible, you can show me where I'm wrong. Just hope you bring evidence and reason to the table. Empirical evidence and reason. So in short, I'm Wolf King. I'm an atheist, and I reject the God belief. Denying it would concede that it has. Well, I'll deny that the claims have met their burden of proof or have been demonstrated. So yeah, I deny God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. That's right. What's that thing you call it? Yeah, that's right, Boogeyman. Come get me. Ah. All right, this is yeah, I know it was a little weird. I was just doing some fun stuff. Okay, this is Wolf King. Hope your days are happy, productive, and delusion free. Peace out.